right, this is going to be a rather very controversial video. There will be people who will have very strong opinions. Some will either say shocking, very bad stuff. Some others will say, how the hell? And some others will tell me, report him to the police. Okay, relax, relax. Like I said, my job as a coach, mentor, trainer, whatever, is to give honest, genuine advice that I feel is right. Okay. How you take it is up to you. Now, full disclosure and disclaimer or whatever. There are people who send me lots of questions, problems. Some can afford my services. Many cannot afford my service. So some people tell me, please, can you help me for free or can you give me at a price or whatever. So this guy can't afford my services because he asked me what's the rate. I told him the rate. He said it's expensive. Okay, fine. But he wants a solution and guidance. And I read his problem and there was little masala to it. There was like, oh, this can be not just entertaining, informative, can also add value to some people. So I told him, okay, I find your problem very interesting, unique. I will give you the solution, but BUTT, I'll make a video on it without mentioning your details. I'll change some masala bits here and there. If it's fine, then I'll give you the solution. If not, deal not working out. So he thought about it and he finally gave me the green signal. And this is the first time he'll be actually listening to the solution, what I'm going to state here. I'll give him an in-depth response afterwards. Okay. So this is the problem and this will be my solution. Like I said, I've creatively changed a few details so that nobody can recognize him. So what is the problem? What is the masala? Indian origin, flew abroad, stays abroad, working. Nice guy, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, good guy. But, you get lonely, So he also started to get lonely, didn't have any girlfriends, nothing. Nobody knew him. Typical Indian guy. Working hard, not one job, not two jobs, 2-3 jobs, and going home and sleeping. One fine day, he bumps into this college student. White. College student, Gori. And, she finds him very exotic. He's very different. Oh, you look different. Oh, your name is Ramu. Ramu. What is a Ramu? And, you pray to Hindu gods. Oh, wow. This is so amazing. We pray to the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. You pray to Ram. Wow. And you have the orange thing. So, they were very curious about each other. And because she was very humble, curious, and cute, hot. He showed me the photo. She is hot girl, hot. Okay, and he doesn't look hot at all. Okay, hey, fly, get up. Okay. So she started to, like him more and more and get attracted to him. And eventually, he's human being. When you don't have a girlfriend and you have not had a shag and when you didn't have sex for days and days, obviously you yearn for something, a human touch, love, affection. And she started to give him all the love, affection, attention. And he is, I think, nearly 3 times her age, nearly 3 times. Old enough to be her father. And she is college student. So that is where, it's a problem. He can literally, that was the first thing that came to my mind is he can be branded as a pedophile. He can go to jail, depending on the laws of that particular state or whatever. Because for example, in USA, example I'm giving, some places the legal age for consent is maybe 18, some 17, some, 16, whatever. Some, in the Philippines, it's literally, before it was 11. I don't know if they've changed that. 11, consent for sex. Crazy. 11. That's not even acceptable. And then if you go to Afghanistan and all that, it's 6 years. Crazy. Okay. So the first thing I was like, oh, bloody hell, you better know the laws of the country because, you can get jailed. That's the first concern I would have, more than anything else in the world. The second thing is, if you're talking of someone who is below 18, you have to take permission, authorization, approval from the parents because you're not legally concerned, You're not identified as an adult. You can be 17 years, 11 months, 30 days with one more day remaining, and you're considered young. And 24 hours later, you're considered adult, 18. You have to be careful there. Now, the issue or the problem is because they got close and because she's a young girl, she wants to experiment and all that, they ended up getting, And as he put it in a very, I don't know how to put it, they had amazing love. Love, love, love. Means he had a nice, and he must have really made her happy because now she loves him more than anything in the world. 24/7, they are at it. Hmm. Apparently, she spends the maximum time with him and he literally takes care of her. And he said, I love her so much more than my life itself. He literally feeds her, gives her bath. He actually wrote all this. I feed her, give her bath, I take care of her. She's like my baby. Literally is like, explaining to me like, this is my baby. I take care of her, wash her, clean her, feed her, take care of her. I drop her to whatever. Okay. Maybe that's his fantasy. And maybe she wanted a daddy who would do all this for her. Fine. So they both complement each other. But now the problem is number one, like I told you, the legal aspect. If she is rated underage, then he will be branded as a pedophile. Now, if in case he's within the legal limits, but he's three times her age, which is like, oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Then comes the part, he's Indian origin, he's not even like, from the whites and their community and their standards. I don't know about the citizenship, but I did mention to him also, if you're not yet sworn as a citizen and you still have, even if it is few hours, and someone complains about this, they can revoke your citizenship or, sorry, withhold. And then after you get citizenship, if they consider this a crime, they can even revoke your citizenship and say, no, I'm sorry, we cancel, and they'll kick you back. So that risk is also there. Then the other parts which I did tell him is, see, listen, yeah, you love the girl loves you, but you're lonely, you're alone. You didn't have, you know, food for so many days. Like, you didn't have, that cat, what they say, pussy cat. You didn't have a pusa for many days. You didn't have nice tropical fruit for many days. So you wanted a tropical fruit, So now you're getting one, and that also a very hot one. So you're very happy. Okay. And she, because maybe you're her first adult love and you're really giving her pleasure, so she's addicted to you. So it's not love, it is lust. And sex and feeling of pleasure can be very addictive, just like smoking, drinking, drugs. And sex can be very addictive. And this, what you're going through, is not love, it is lust. It's that honeymoon phase. See, and right now you both are not married together. You're not staying together. She doesn't know what you can financially provide. She doesn't even know where you stay. Maybe you stay in a sharing, or maybe you stay in a basement, or maybe in a bed space. Maybe she has a requirement. Now, initially, now she'll love you. You're, three times her age and all that. But tomorrow, when she grows older and you become even more older, and you're not with muscles and you're not buffed and you're not sexy, and she starts bumping into guys who are sexy and handsome and good looking and successful and rich, then she might not find you fascinating anymore. And on top of that, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do all this. She smokes, she drinks, she does everything. So that's also another problem. And as per what you have written, you take care of her, you literally spend all the money taking care of her. That means she's saving a lot of money. So there's plenty of benefits that she gets. I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but you're giving her a lot more reasons to like you more, which is not practical. And then the biggest one of them all, if in case tomorrow your citizenship gets declined or you lose your job they complain about this. Oh, he's a sexual predator, or he is, attacking this girl, or he has brainwashed this girl who is 3 times younger than him. And you lose your job. Where will you earn? How will you take care of yourself? Who will support you? Who will be there for you? What if you're ostracized by the people in that society or that area? What if the parents of that girl launch a police complaint and say that you have to keep away? And until she crosses that milestone where she can be her own woman, do you think that girl is going to wait for you? A young girl is immature. A young girl doesn't know what she wants. Right now, she may be fascinated with you for all the love, care, affection, but growing up, a 40-year-old woman is different from a 30-year-old, is different from a 20-year-old, is different from a 15-year-old female. There's various, not physical, it's mental maturity in itself. When a woman has a baby, she changes. When a woman has a first affair, she changes. When a females and, females between themselves, forget female and male. A female, depending on which stage of her life, her thinking is, and her culture, her tradition, her background, her parents, her friends, her hobbies, her dreams, her desires. You're not factored into all that. Right now, you're only thinking about sex and love and lust and, you know, humping her and she's humping you, and you'll do Kama Sutra positions, all that, and romantic pizzas and movies and all that. But that's not life, boss. You know it, I know it. And what if tomorrow she gets pregnant? You need to provide for that, no? And biggest one. You don't have any girl, so this girl is your life. She's a girl who was born and raised there. Say in a college, she finds a hot, handsome guy, or tomorrow she gets bored of you and leaves you. And you have spent all this money and everything on her. In fact, you got in touch with me because you need guidance. Imagine if she goes to someone and asks them, okay, I'm in love with this guy, what do I do? And they find, this is disturbing, we need to report this guy, he's a predator. Then we're finished, right? So, overall, what I want to tell you is ask yourself, what is your priority? Your priority right now, according to me at least, is to get the citizenship. That is your priority. Number one is don't complicate or do anything that will mess up your chances of getting a citizenship. You have left your homeland, motherland, and you have gone abroad. Remember, there are plenty of these Catch the Predator on UK, other channels. They put the content on Instagram, YouTube. You don't want to be branded as a sexual predator because then it's finished. It's game over for you. Your life is over. You'll not be accepted in that community, in that country, and back home also. They'll name and shame you. That's number one. Number two is, I told you, citizenship should be your first priority. Don't do anything that will jeopardize that. Number three is, boss, without money, you cannot survive. Stop spending money on that girl. Save money for yourself. Because if tomorrow she dumps your ass, you cry and go to anyone, you can't help it. Number four is, right now things are very sweet and candy and nice. But if tomorrow she flips the switch and says, you forced her, you did anything. And if I don't know whether you're telling her secrets and all that, your closest person can be your biggest enemy. She can destroy your life in seconds. And last and not the least, what I want to tell you is the very fact that you came to me, I appreciate. You trusted me. Like I said, I will delete all communication so there's no record of this because I don't want to get involved in it. But just imagine if she has a diary or she writes to someone or she maintains a record of this, a digital footprint, or she uploads your snap on a social media. I don't know whether you and her are doing that. Maybe recording when you're doing something kinky. Overall, what I feel is it's your balls on the chopping block. She has nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. And you will be under her mercy, under her parents. Basically, you have everything to lose. Not just being jailed, not just being a pedophile, not just having your citizenship revoked. You can literally be deported back. And then at this stage of your life, if you don't have money, you're finished. So the problem is you're right now thinking not from here, not from this head, from that head. It's not even heart. You're just emotionally weak because she satisfies you and gives you pleasure because you're alone. And I know what it is. I've been there. When you're alone and lonely, it's like being thirsty. A drop of water will satisfy you. So right now, because you never had any girl for months or years or however long it is, and now you suddenly get one, and that also a very young girl who gives you hero worship, man's ultimate fantasy. Now, all I'll tell you is be careful because I see. I just have a very bad feeling about this. It's too much of risk. Too much. Even if she's a good girl, too many risky factors. I would just say take it easy, get your citizenship, let her graduate, start working on her own, know the legal loopholes, whatever, not loopholes, legally, be clean, and then. And please stop spending money on her because I can tell you for a girl who smokes and drinks, she'll not stick with you for too long. Right now, honeymoon phase and sex is fun, but once it comes down to being disciplined, being a homemaker, alcohol, cigarettes don't add any value. And as a female gets older and older, she stops being very pleasing, pleasant, and especially for someone who drinks alcohol and has friends who drink alcohol and parties and have fun. I wouldn't be surprised if she's sleeping around. She may most probably sleep around with someone else. And then what will you do? And then if you try to put your foot down, maybe she'll report you to the cops. So be careful. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. And remember, you're Indian, she is another culture. A clash. So unless you're a simp, I don't think it's going to work out. Anyway, feel free, good, bad, ugly, let me know. And FYI for anyone, I'm not keeping his email or any correspondence. Will delete. I don't want any records. Because stuff like this is danger for everyone. All right, guys, take care. And man, if you're reading this, your phone, what I don't know whether you record stuff, keep photos and all that. If you're keeping and she is keeping and it's connected to the cloud, Baba, be careful. Remember, they're hunting for predators. Don't be the next face of it. Let me know what are your thoughts. This is me signing off. As usual, love to read what you have to say. Take care.